Hello everybody, it's Conspiracy Carl. It's the 17th of October and it is, it's 16:45 just gone PM in the UK time. What I was talking about yesterday in the video, the very quick one, sorry, I wanted to continue it, I just didn't have the time and the means to be able to do it. But anyway, I'm doing it now. Julian Assange's last words, sorry, I'm stroking the cat there. Julian Assange's last words were, there's an evil dust, right? And it's everywhere. It's in our food, it's in our water, it's literally everywhere. It's in everything. And then his feed gets cut, right? So anyway, this is why I've been off for a while, so I've been doing a lot of research. Right, so there's his VMAT2 gene, one word, yeah? So it's a Victor, sorry, I don't know M, but I think it's Mother Alpha Tango 2. And it's one thing, yeah, one thing. So anyway, this goes back to, like what I say, geoengineering, weather modifications, but not so much weather modifications, because that's just one part of it. That's what HAARP are using to do all the earthquakes, stuff like that, the volcanoes, the tsunamis, the things like that. That's what HAARP's in control of, by shooting millions of watts up into the ionosphere. The ionosphere firmament, if you like, stretches back and bounces back, and they can shoot then this signal at a frequency. This is what I said about frequencies, because they're in control. The frequencies control everything, and we are mostly water, so a frequency will control us too. Okay, so think about that, right? But anyway, they can shoot these the bounce back from the ionosphere anywhere they want and cause whatever they want, dependent on the frequency. So anyway, this is what I mean. We've got a mixture of two things. We've got the weather modification, and we've got the chemtrails. Now the chemtrails they've used lots of stuff to spray on us, lots and lots of stuff. I mean, barium, strontium, aluminium, different metals, that can affect us differently. Not only with water, but with metals too. So anyway, the nanotechnology side of it, that's where the VMAT2 gene comes into it. It's a tiny little, obviously, particle, whatever you want to call it, that's been put into these spraying machines, and the spraying machines then the spraying machines go into the aircrafts and so on, and they spray all of us with these horrible stuff. So basically, the VMAT2 gene, what it can do is it can control, it makes its way to the frontal lobe, and then obviously it has its effects, and what it can do is it can turn like a religious person, a very religious person, say a radicalized person, yeah, that's got very obscure views on things, like the evangelists. I'm not saying they've got radicalized views and on dangerous things, but I'm not saying Muslims have either. There's different sorts, but I'm just saying the bad ones, the ones that want to cause us all injury and harm. Now, they're saying that this VMAT2 gene makes its way to the frontal lobe, and then it can turn, like I say, a religious, fanatic, if you like, into somebody that, like an atheist, that doesn't give a toss. So, are they going to change us that much that they're going to take away our urge to be able to fight? But not so much to fight, more to stick up for ourselves, retaliate if need be. Would we still have that? Or are we going to be like the puppets that they show on telly? The ones that are being told what to say, and they have to say what they're going to say. Like most presidents, like most politicians, they say loads and loads of brilliant stuff, before they're getting in, to get in, and then once they got in, they hardly do any of the good stuff they were talking about. They do a fraction of the stuff they was talking about, but not the stuff that we really want as a population, as us people that really do need the decent changes. They're just there to do what they're told, and there's nothing that anybody can say about that. Not Trump, not anybody, not any politician, not anybody. It goes from the top part of the pyramid, from the top, very top Masons. They say what goes on, and it's probably top of the Masons, right at the very top pyramid, the Lucifer Satan, if you like. I did hear this years back, that Satan rules where we live. Satan rules earth, and it's down to us to make ourselves positive and to leave hell to go to heaven. How true that is, I don't know, but I'd love it to be true, and so I'm going to stick with that and hope that that's true. And I hope that you'll do the same. You know, it's better to be a better person than it is a bad person. Trust me, I've been a bad person, and it's not nice, not nice at all. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing now, to try and, you know, make up for a little bit of the bad that I've done. So anyway, not a little bit bad, sorry, I've done quite a lot of bad. So this is why I've corrected my life. And anyway, going back, sorry, to the other stuff, it is nanoparticles, and like I say, it goes directly to the frontal lobe. So it's quite worrying, because if they're now telling us about this stuff that is out, that they can do what they're saying they can do with it, what aren't they telling us? Because come on, they never tell us anything. They get caught, they come up with a story. I mean, look at Roswell, swamp gas, you know, or stupid things like that. You know, they try and say, you know, it's absolutely pathetic, these stupid excuses, but they expect us to buy it. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm going to do quite a bit more research into the VMAT2 gene and try to get some pictures, because I'm working off of a phone at the moment. I've said a few times, I actually have got a PC, but I'm not great on it. So I've got to try and get on it, and then hopefully I can be able to put videos or photos with my videos that I'm doing now. That will be a lot more explanatory. So that's my goal, that's my aim, and that's what I'll be doing. Okay, so please bear with me. Also, there is that book that I promised, and even if it comes to me reading out myself, I'm going to do it. Okay, so regardless, all right, it will get read, I promise you that. To all the people that first subscribed, you know what I'm going on about, and I will read that book, I promise you, because it's coming more relevant now. As I'm talking to you about vibrations and frequencies. Certain vibrations and frequencies can make you come out of your body, you know, out of body experiences. So they're, you know, cymatics, you know, it's very strange stuff, it really is, but vibrations play a lot in our life, and frequencies. Okay, so just wanted to get that out there anyway, and make this VMAT2 gene known, and hopefully it'll help some people that don't know. I'm not sure what at the moment, sorry, we've got that can combat this, because it was easier with the not easier, but a lot more. There was a lot more videos on YouTube to deal with Morgellons. Not a lot of them, well, most of them, I'd say about 75 to 80% of them were fake. They're absolutely useless, worthless. Um, I still reckon the best way to get rid of bad heavy metals in your body is to use pure senna, you know, senna pods, and dilute them like a tea. Well, not dilute them, so stew them like a tea in a tea ball. Get the senna pods, the actual natural senna pods that are dried, crush them up, put them in a tea ball, and then a cup of tea with a couple of sugars, and that's it. Okay, and you have your cup of tea, and lovely. Anyway, Conspiracy Carl, I love all of you, and thank you for my new subscribers. It's really good to see you, and I will be helping out much more than I have been just recently. But like I told you, I have been researching, but I've also had other things in my life as well, so I've had to deal with them first. So I do apologise for not making more regular videos as I normally do, but I will be concentrating on that. Okay, so anyway, thank all of you. I thank all of you dearly from my heart, and uh, love each other, please. This really has to change. It's really got to change, and we've got to like stick together. There's also the anonymous thing coming up 5th of November. I've got to so much make it to that. I really have. I was saying to one of my friends the other day, I said, oh, I really got to make it to anonymous this year, because this is probably the last chance we've got. So anyway, love, peace, unity, stick together, because we are all one. Yeah, this is just a housing. Doesn't matter what colour, you know, creed, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're all the same underneath. Okay, the people with the good souls anyway. Love each and every single one of you. Conspiracy Carl, I'm out.